All right.
That was awesome.
And I love that line, go where Frosty can't go, right?
That's right.
I mean, that's fantastic, So tell us a little bit about
everybody's line. I keep hearing that.
Well, I was listening to it. Now we have a new thing that we do now called the Tiki Man Radio Escape to Paradise. All right, and last year we took a group of us down to Jamaica, Montego Bay, and in 2023 we're going to Mexico. And I was listening to that song the other day, and I was thinking maybe, and this is always in May. And I was thinking maybe we need to create the Tiki Man Escape the Holidays in Mexico for everybody that doesn't want to. Yeah, everybody that doesn't want to spend all their time, in the snow at Christmas or whatever. Kids are grown, and they don't really celebrate anymore or whatever. They can escape with us to some paradise somewhere. It's a perfect song. I love it.
That's a really good idea, Danny.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit how this song came about.
The engineer the reason we released a Christmas song, we were hoping to have my first release off the album Easy Does It out last summer, and through production and COVID and the whole thing, it got postponed.
Yeah.
And they were really wanting to get my name in the Americana hands, to kind of get to dangle my name out there, so that when we do, they didn't want to release the song too late in the summer because it's a beach song. And they said, you've only got, a couple of months to promote it. So let's do a Christmas song and get your name out there, kind of dangle the carrot. And if radio picks it up, then you're already out there. When we release the beach stuff, they're going to just gobble you up like a shark.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It was a big hope and dream. And so far that's the way it's happening with radio picking it up. And, Jimmy, he hired a promoter, Jenny Finley, out of Austin, who's phenomenal. She's worked with Ray Wiley Hubbard, Rodney Crowell, Rodney Foster. I mean, it goes on and on and on. So she's, her name certainly helps, when the email comes through.
Sure.
And we've been very, very fortunate with radio. A really big station in California, K-Pig, picked it up, and that's I'd never heard of it, but it's one of the largest Americana stations in the world, and they loved it. So, just baby steps. But when they pitched the song to me, I was like, a Christmas song, what? And we loved it. So we hurried to Nashville and recorded it so that we could get it out for this season. Mm-hmm. And so far, so good. And I'm glad you like it. Thank you.
Well, and it seems to me that, how is it with kind of putting your career, your direction, your thoughts into somebody else's hands all of a sudden and saying, okay, I'm going on faith here. I mean, it's got to be different, because there's a lot of people out there like, I think back to you 4 or 5 years ago when you're just doing your thing, having fun. And everybody wants to be discovered, but when it actually happens, is there a transformation with that to where you a little bit of faith, right?
It's a lot of faith and a lot of patience. I'm easy. I'm real easy to get along with. And luckily, these guys are too, and it is different. I'm 50. It's like I've been an independent artist for the last 20 years, and almost 20. And it's different. It is different just because, I don't really have any control of the schedule anymore. A friend says, let's go to Costa Rica in June. It's like, man, I don't know where I'm going to be in June. So,
Yeah, it's different. I mean, I could relate to like having a radio station. I'm used to, I've been running this radio station for 8 years and I've got all hands involved with it. And if somebody came in and says, listen, we want to give you $100,000 and we want to run everything and you just do your thing on the radio, it sounds great, but there's so many other things that I try to, make things better. Every show you try to make better the next show. And I could just imagine how that would feel, to have somebody else running all the things. But it sounds great, but I don't know if I could actually do it.
Yeah, again, I got lucky with these guys when I signed on with Flying Sea Records. That's Jimmy Collins and out of Nashville. He they're sweet, they're thoughtful, they take Katie into consideration on everything.
Sure.
You know,
Yeah.
it's been really, I got lucky. I did. They're not, unless they're hiding something from me, you know. I don't know.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either. And I think, they got lucky. Okay. I believe that they got lucky and they realized the talent that we've always known about, and whenever we, I guess it's been about 4 years ago now, wherever we changed the radio station to Coastal Americana.
Right.
And we joined the Americana Music Association and started venturing off into that direction. Now, we didn't change anything about what we did in the radio station, but how we marketed ourselves to that bigger umbrella really changed everything. And we love all of the independent artists that are in the Americana genre. And we've met a lot of them. And being here in Harrison Bay, we're only an hour and a half to 2 hours from Nashville. So a lot of times people can come over and do live interviews and stuff, so.
I didn't realize you were that close to Nashville.
Yeah, absolutely. So, maybe sometime or another we can get you over here. We got a guest room for you guys anytime you want it. And, of course, the chocolate bar, we'll treat you right down here and everything will be fine.
Thank you.
Yeah. And then, of course, there's the hippie chick. Yeah, the hippie chick is saying hi to you there. So, but, well, man, I tell you, I think it's fantastic what's happening. I think it's, it's time. It's time to, maybe that's a question for you. You've been doing this for almost 20 years, and now you're going into this next stage of your career. And do you feel like it's time that maybe it is time to take it in this direction, or just keep doing what you were doing, right?
I never intended to even to be in music. I mean, I played guitar with my dad for years.
Yeah.
And over the years, as I'd play a gig and then they would get a little more crowded. And then I'd play another gig, it'd get a little more crowded.
Yeah.
It's just kind of built itself. And because I've got a lot of really good friends, and I think I'm a good friend. So just, it's like the Beach Bash, that thing in Port Aransas every year. When we first started out, like 150 people came, and 6 years later, there were probably, 700-800 people there last summer, and it's just cool.
Yeah.
Hanging out at the beach, and every year it just, you tell a friend or a cousin, and it keeps getting bigger. And I'd love to have y'all come down for that.
Man,
I know it's a far drive.
Yeah.
We would fly.
Well, we had Jonas Lawrence was playing our gig down in Key West this year, and he's actually going to be headlining our stage here at the Tiki Bar this summer for our big annual summer party that we have. And he was telling me that he got to hang out with you and have some fun with you in Texas.
I love Jonas. He's such a great guy.
I know, right?
I can't wait to get those crazy guys down here on the stage at the Tiki Bar out here in July and just have some fun. We've been talking about him getting him here for years, and every year we have a headliner for the stage, and we pick somebody new, different every year. And 2023 we'll have Jonas here. So he was telling us all about, when we were interviewing him in Key West, we were talking about him coming up, and somehow or another your name came up, and he was telling us about hanging out with you and how much he enjoyed it.
Yeah, Donald James, y'all know him? Donald James?
Oh yeah, yes. Donald
He's
James.
A sweetheart too.
Donald actually just sent us some new music. I've got a new song in here from him. Island hopping at a leaky old boat. Yeah, I've got that song in the lineup for this morning. Yeah.
Cool.
Well, listen, we're going to let you fly. I want to thank you. I know I'm very fortunate to even be able to talk to you anymore, since you're, rich and famous and all this stuff, but you've always got a home on Tiki Man Radio, and you got more than that. If you ever want to come here, there's a guest room for you, and we'll take good care of you. Don't be a stranger. You got new music, make sure you send it to us. You've got something big you want to celebrate and you want to jump on the station when we're doing the show on Sunday, you're always welcome here, okay?
Hey, I really appreciate that. It's good to see y'all, and we've got 2 extra bedrooms here too if you ever come to Texas. So
all right.
we'll do it.
I got to get down to Texas. I got to get back to Texas. It's been a few years since I've been down there. I love Texas, but anyway, listen, we appreciate everything that you do, and you don't be a stranger, okay?
Okay, y'all have a Merryachi Christmas.
A Merryachi Christmas.
All right. Talk to you soon, sweetheart.
See you, man.
Bye.